All right, so get this. Susan Ford Bales, daughter of President Gerald Ford, Republican, right?
Yeah, you'd think so. I mean, follows in the footsteps and all.
Well, she just endorsed Kamala Harris for president from the Daily Beast.
Hold on. Endorsed a Democrat.
Yeah. And it gets even more interesting. They don't even agree on everything policy-wise.
Okay, so what's the deal? Why would she do that?
That's what we're diving into. This isn't just some random endorsement.
Right, gotta be more to it.
Exactly. For those who might not know, Susan Ford Bales is a pretty big deal.
Oh yeah, she's not just the president's daughter.
She's an author, a photojournalist.
And don't forget, she chaired the board of the Betty Ford Center.
Right. So she's got deep roots in the Republican world.
Absolutely.
This makes her endorsement even more unusual.
Totally. So why Harris? What's the article say?
Well, it looks like Ford Bales is really impressed with Harris's commitment to the rule of law.
Okay, makes sense. The Constitution, all that.
And think about it. Her dad, Gerald Ford, he became president after Nixon and Watergate.
Right. Talk about upholding the Constitution. He was all about restoring trust in government.
Exactly. It's almost like Ford Bales is seeing some parallels between then and now.
You know, she even uses the phrase turbulent times to describe what's happening in politics right now.
Whoa. Turbulent times. Sounds familiar.
Yeah. Kind of like what they went through with Watergate. Makes you wonder.
What if party loyalty is becoming less important?
Then, like, your own principles. Exactly.
Yeah, because for Ford Bales, it seems like character is a big deal.
For sure. She keeps talking about wanting a leader who's compassionate and honorable.
Yeah. And she even brings up January 6th, the Capitol riot.
Oh, wow. She doesn't hold back.
No, she says it's a horrifying example of what can happen when things go wrong.
When division and, like, this disdain for the Constitution fester.
Heavy stuff. Definitely seems like that event played a big role in her decision.
Makes sense. And the article mentions she's not the only Republican endorsing Harris.
You're right. There's Jeff Flake,
Adam Kinzinger,
Liz Cheney, all big names.
Yeah, and they've all chosen to endorse Harris over staying strictly within party lines.
And her endorsement, it's not just symbolic either.
What do you mean?
Well, think about Michigan. Huge swing state in elections.
Right, it can go either way.
And guess what? Gerald Ford, the only president from Michigan.
Oh, interesting.
Even though he wasn't related to the Ford Motor Company or anything?
Yeah, but still, the name Ford in Michigan.
Exactly. So her endorsement there, it could actually sway some voters.
Strategic move.
So we've got this, a president's daughter endorsing someone from the opposing party.
And a bunch of other Republicans joining her.
It really makes you think, are we seeing some kind of shift in American politics?
Maybe. Where character and principles matter more than blindly following party lines?
Yeah, could be a whole new ballgame.
It's a fascinating question, you know? What does all this tell us about family legacy in politics these days?
Right. Is it less about carrying the torch for a specific party?
And more about, like, standing up for certain values, even if it means going against your own background. It's something to think about.